Blue, can we see the eyes, Blue?
Start on the left.
Blue Ivy is only 14 years old, but lately the internet has been treating her like she's a grown woman. Every time she steps onto a red carpet, people immediately start talking about her clothes, her makeup, her shoes, and whether she's acting too mature for her age. And recently, the criticism got so loud that Taraji P. Henson finally stepped in and shut the entire conversation down. Because according to Taraji, people need to stop looking at Blue Ivy through an adult lens and start remembering that she's still a child. But here's the thing. This isn't the first time Blue Ivy's fashion choices have caused controversy. In fact, people have been having the exact same argument for years now. Every time she appears at a major event, the conversation somehow turns into a debate about whether she's growing up too fast. And now, people are once again split right down the middle. Now, if you somehow missed it, Blue Ivy wasn't just attending the premiere as a celebrity guest. She actually voiced Kiara in the film, making it a huge milestone for her personally. Naturally, all eyes were on her when she arrived, and she showed up wearing a custom gold gown designed by Christian Siriano that immediately got people talking. The dress itself looked exactly like what you would expect to see at a major Hollywood premiere. It was elegant, glamorous, and fit perfectly with the fairy tale theme of the event. Later on, she changed into a glittery gold mini dress for part of the celebration, and that's when the internet really started losing its mind. Almost overnight, social media became flooded with comments from people claiming that Blue Ivy looked far older than her actual age. Some critics argued that she was being styled like a grown woman, while others claimed the outfit was completely inappropriate for a girl her age. And before long, people weren't even talking about her voice acting role anymore. The entire conversation had shifted toward her appearance. So that's the part that frustrated a lot of people. Because regardless of whether someone personally liked the outfit or not, Blue Ivy had just accomplished something that most kids can only dream about. She had landed a role in a major Disney film. Yet somehow the biggest takeaway for some people was the dress she wore to celebrate it.
Saying Blue as Kiara and hearing her voice come out of that character.
I promise to be brave.
I can't believe that's my baby.
If I told my younger self that I was in a movie, I'd never believe myself.
Now, at the Grammys, Blue Ivy appeared alongside Beyoncé wearing an elegant, strapless ball gown that immediately became one of the most talked about looks of the night. Her styling was a little more polished than what people were used to seeing from her, and before long, the exact same comments started showing up all over social media. People claimed she looked older. Some were even saying that she was growing up too fast. The only difference was that this time, more people started pushing back against the criticism. A lot of fans pointed out that Blue Ivy was entering her teenage years, and naturally wasn't going to look the same as she did when she was 8 or 9 years old. Others argued that she was attending one of the biggest award shows in the world, so of course she was going to be dressed formally. And apparently, Taraji felt like she already knew the answer. Because when the criticism surrounding Blue Ivy's Mufasa premiere look started spreading online, Taraji didn't hesitate to push back. She made it clear that she thought the gown was completely appropriate and shut down the idea that there was something wrong with the way Blue Ivy was dressed.
Culture and the women who paid honors to a deity, they wore white because it represented transformation.
And honestly, Taraji wasn't the only one who felt that way. Christina Milian defended Blue Ivy. Jenna Bush Hager defended her. Sherry Shepherd defended her too. Suddenly, multiple public figures were all saying the same thing. People needed to stop treating Blue Ivy like an adult and start remembering that she was still a child. What made their responses stand out was that they weren't really talking about the dress itself. They were talking about the reaction to the dress. And if anyone thought the Grammy debate would finally put the conversation to rest, that definitely didn't happen. Because later on, Blue Ivy found herself right back in the middle of another internet discussion after attending the Angel Ball. Now, this time the conversation wasn't just about what she was wearing. People also started questioning whether she should even be attending events like that in the first place. Blue Ivy arrived wearing a sophisticated silk evening gown paired with luxury accessories that fit perfectly with the formal nature of the event. But almost immediately, social media started having the same argument all over again. Some people questioned whether a 13-year-old belonged at what they described as a grown folks event. Others accused Beyoncé and Jay-Z of pushing her into adult spaces too early. And before long, people were once again debating whether Blue Ivy was being allowed to grow up too fast. Now, I think it's the double standard here because by this point, something else was becoming impossible to ignore. Every time Blue Ivy attended a major event, the criticism seemed to follow her. And then came the appearance that probably sparked the biggest discussion of all, the Met Gala. By the time Blue Ivy arrived at the event alongside Jay-Z, she wasn't just being talked about as Beyoncé's daughter anymore. She was beginning to attract attention as a fashion figure in her own right. Now, anyone familiar with the Met Gala knows that it's one of the most fashion-focused events in the world. People spend months preparing their looks. Designers create custom pieces specifically for the occasion. The entire event revolves around bold fashion choices. So when Blue Ivy appeared in a highly stylized ensemble that embraced the theme of the night, reactions poured in almost immediately. And most people actually thought she was pretty, even looked a little bit more like Kathy White. Now, that's a whole other conversation there, but y'all can understand where the fans were going with that. But regardless of where people stand, one thing has become pretty clear. The conversation isn't really about one outfit anymore. It's about Blue Ivy herself. And as she gets older, steps into more public roles, and continues building an identity outside of being Beyoncé and Jay-Z's daughter, these debates probably aren't going away anytime soon. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think people are being too hard on Blue Ivy? Or do you think some of the criticism is fair? And what do you think about Taraji P. Henson stepping in to defend her? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any future updates.